The totals in this series, they just keep falling. And I feel as though we may have hit the floor tonight. 201 for game 6. Which way are you leaning? Now 201.5 actually.
So on Monday before game 4, I was on the under, and that line was 207.5. And the reason I liked it was because that was the first game that we were expecting Tyler Herro not to play. And to me, that's the whole thing. Like, sure, there's been some low-scoring starts to games where Herro wouldn't have even been anyway, but over the course of a whole basketball game, the impact that Herro has on a total is massive because he is by far the worst defensive player on the Miami Heat roster. And especially now with how banged up their starting guards are, having Herro's offense there actually could be a pretty big boost. So I think that this is a low enough total where even if Herro's out, I don't really want to bet the under. Like, we're down to close to 200 points. I think you just leave it alone there. But if Tyler Herro plays, I actually really like the over. This series has had totals between 205 and 210 for a few of the games. And I think that's correct if Herro is playing. So that's the news I'm watching for. I think it's going to kind of fly under the radar. He's probably the one Miami player who's a real questionable. You know, they list everyone questionable. Most of it is just nonsense. But Herro, I think, really is like a 50-50 call. So if he winds up playing, I actually like the over for this game.
Jeff, we're not expecting fireworks, slow pace, defense first, but this total's meager enough that, like, anything beyond Miami's pathetic last 2 efforts should be able to push an over.
Yeah, are we sure this isn't a game total from a Celtics Heat matchup in the 80s?
Yeah.
Because it feels like it. And to quickly touch on Tyler Herro, he better play. Because if he shows up in an all-white outfit with the shades and is flexing on the sidelines again, Heat fans are going to lose their minds, especially when you have Kyle Lowry and Jimmy Butler going out there who are clearly at like 40%. Neither one of them has any lift on their shot, and Herro's just on the sideline lying on the floor. You know, it's something. And the crazy thing is, I'm actually leaning towards the under in this one with all these guys banged up. I know it's crazy, but with all these guys banged up, I'm not sure how the Heat reach 100 points, even if Tyler Herro suits up, because I don't think he's close to 100%. He would have played in one of these last 2 games if he was even close. They haven't come close to getting 100 in 2 straight games. It feels like this is trending towards a similar result in tonight's matchup. They had 80 last game, 83 the other game, something like that. They're not even coming close to 100 points here, and it's not like Boston's blowing you out of the water the other way. So I'd probably lean towards staying away from this completely, like Matt said.
Yeah.
But if I have to pick, I'm taking the under.